Hello to you, Caitlin. Tell us about today's commemorations and where you are.
Hi, Will. Yes, I'm at Thiaroye Cemetery, which is a colonial cemetery just on the outskirts of Dakar. And as you can hear, there are sirens as heads of state and President Diomaye Faye arrive at the ceremony for the commemorations of the 80th anniversary. So you can see behind me, locals have lined up to see who's coming to lay wreaths and lay flowers and pay their respects to the fallen soldiers, as you said, in 1944. The Senegalese Tirailleurs, who are a West African infantry made up of around 16 different countries, had served with the French army in the fight against the Nazis. They had repatriated back home here to West Africa. They were at the camp Thiaroye, which is just up the road from here, to collect their pensions, their remittances for their work. And what then ensued was that the French colonial troops opened fire and people were killed. Now, how many is the question? 35 is what the official records say, but historians actually believe the number is 100. And so it's unclear how many are being honoured here today and what the fanfare really means. But essentially, there are people here gathering to pay their respects for this unspoken and dark chapter in French colonial history.
Yeah, so a lot of unknowns there. Now, on Thursday, the French president became the first to officially recognize the killings as a massacre. How did that go over there? Was that enough recognition?
Yeah, as you said, if we just take things back a few years, it was only in 2014 that France even acknowledged that the event happened. And that was, 10 years ago. As you said, Macron called it a massacre, which was an important moment here in Senegal, given that gives some agency to France as to what they did and how many people were slaughtered, essentially. But here in Senegal, the reaction has been quite mixed, particularly from the president, who said that things did not go far enough, that there still needs to be clarity on how many people were killed, where they were killed, how they were killed, and also where they're buried, particularly for people here in Senegal, their families who've not been able to get that closure. There are some sons of fathers who were killed who've been here in the capital over the past few weeks demanding answers and demanding recognition. Over the summer, the government set up a new inquiry commission to look into things, to find out the facts. And a group of those people actually headed to Paris earlier this year to go through the archives to have more information about what unfolded on this day 80 years ago. The French Foreign Minister, Jean-Noël Barrot, is supposed to be here today as, the ex-colonial power is trying to repair decades-old wounds, but there's still a bit of tension when it comes to how the massacre is seen. There are pop songs, there are poems, there are stories about what happened, but even young people are not fully educated today. So today is really about a moment about remembering, but also reconciling a very difficult past with France.
All right, Caitlin, thank you very much. Caitlin Kelly reporting.